Everything I wanted, 'cause I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. 'Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it.
What it do, man? Welcome back to the 80's Babies conversation, man. This your boy Bubba. I hope everybody been having a great week. Hope everybody had a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? If you hadn't already did it, like we always tell y'all, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe, and y'all share this if you're viewing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all share this content. You know what I'm saying? So we can get some likes and we can get some subscribers. Cause we need y'all. Straight like that. So what it do, sis? What's happening?
What's happening? It's your girl Ray Cherie, the host with the most, checking in.
Ma'am.
Glad to be here with you on this marvelous evening.
Okay.
Ready to dig into these topics. If you're with us, drop your name in the comments and let us know that you're with us. Get ready to dive into the conversation that we are having tonight.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's dive straight into it.
Let's get it.
So people always say that men cheat for sex and women cheat for the emotional connection. Do you agree or disagree?
I kind of agree and disagree. You know, I kind of agree more so though. You know what I'm saying, men. A lot of men like variety. You know what I'm saying. So when you dealing with one person, it may get boring, especially if they a boring person. We talked about it plenty of times. You got to keep it spicy. So they might get this chick. They're doing it in everything. You know what I'm saying. So it's more so for sex, and you said the women cheat more so for what?
The connection, the attention.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's kind of true. Yeah, because if you ain't giving your woman no attention, and women, like you said, they emotional. They like that type of stuff. They like the attention. They like the affection. You know what I'm saying? They tend to cheat for emotional reasons like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a little hot in here too.
I got a little clip that we're gonna watch right quick.
Discovered as a relationship expert, a licensed counselor, when women cheat and you break down and figure out why it happened, 9 times out of 10, it will always go back to she started to have a conversation with someone else. In other words, men try to get connected with women sexually. The reason that women get to connected to other men is because of conversation, because they're conversationalists, because they want conversation. Brothers, if you are neglecting your lady in conversation, remember I said 14 hours a week, you are making her vulnerable to getting that conversation somewhere else. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is when you don't give her the conversation that she needs, the meaningful conversation, the good conversation, she's vulnerable, she's tempted to getting it elsewhere. And so, brothers, I want to remind you, give her regular conversation. You want her to be faithful to you. You want her to be committed to you. You want her to be loyal to you. Give her regular conversation. Fill up her love tank with conversation. Fill up her mind with conversation. Give her regular. Don't allow some other guy to come into your lady's life and to give her the conversation that you're not willing to give her.
Okay, I got something to say about that though.
Okay.
Yeah, so he right. But at the same time, ladies, don't y'all let no man get in y'all ear and giving you that conversation just so he can land you and make you do whatever, like cheat or do whatever because he got a good talk game. Because a lot of people got a good talk game. So don't get caught up into, oh, I just wanted to, he was talking to me, he listened. Man, that's crazy. That shit's crazy. Don't get caught up into that. But he's right now. But at the same time, women, don't let a man just because he's talking nice and sweet and good, you know what I'm saying, get up under you like that to make you, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying, though, sis?
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like sometimes men, y'all get so entangled. I gotta work, I gotta provide, I gotta do this.
Because that's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all ask for.
We want it and we ask for it, but we also want a mate. We also
want too damn much, then, man. If you want too much, that's what the problem is we want all these things handed to y'all. Well, women. Well, women, men and women want things handed to them on a platter, you know what I'm saying? But we all know that you can't have it like that. You can't just build a man. I keep telling y'all, you can't build a man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You want this.
Aren't we, like, if you enter a relationship, it's the purpose for entering a relationship to have a companion. Like, you should be with your best friend. So my whole thing is, where is the conversation? I had a man friend, we were just having a conversation, and he said that, what is there more to talk about other than what are we gonna eat tonight? What are you gonna pack for my lunch? You know, did you iron my clothes for work for tomorrow? And I'm like, realistically, where she has no emotional connection, I couldn't have an emotional connection to a man like that. That is gonna put me in a situation where I have to turn.
Well, then you gotta go,
man, at the copy machine at work and say he only wants to talk about what am I gonna cook.
That's the problem right there. That's where the problem begins. You telling another man the business and you making yourself vulnerable. You making yourself vulnerable for another man to say, okay, if he doing like that, then I'm hell. I talk to her about the cat drinking milk out the damn bowl. Hell, I talk to her about that. I listen to it just to get up on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't go telling Bob what the hell going on in the house, because Bob was gonna figure out how to maneuver around it to get up under you.
Tamika
You see
said
what I'm saying?
communication and understanding what each other need is key. And to back it up, Holyfield said it's not personal for men.
Well, and I want to know what he mean by that. Like, what you mean is not personal for men? That right. Don't tell it. Don't tell it. Yeah, because
Gucci,
when you
man, you become a slave to women. After providing all that, they say, I want all your time. Women want to date God.
yeah, they do, Holyfield. They do want to date God. They want a man to be God and Almighty, straight up. Because now when we giving you all that talking time, the man have been at work all day, had to deal with all types of stuff that the job done thrown at him. You know what I'm saying? He had to do all this stuff. Now he got to come home, and he already had to listen to a man talk to him prior to degrees at work, his supervisor or whoever, maybe a customer, depending on the man line of work. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to come home and listen to you vent. Man, when the hell you got time to sit down and to get his mind to go? All the time. Now, I ain't saying this an everyday thing now. Now you got to make time to have those conversations and have these time, but like some women push it every day. Like a man gonna get tired of it. Anybody would get tired of something like that if a man come home every day and he bitching about the supervisor at work every day. Man, I'm tired of this job, man. You getting on my nerves. You gonna get tired of hearing that day in and day out.
But in the same token, I do want to digress. I do want to share and unpack to my man. I would rather unpack to my man than unpack to another man. I need my man to be available for me. Now I know he may not want to talk about work and all that stuff all the time, but I do want to tell him if I had a bad day, I want to say, babe, I had a bad day.
And then you got to be able to take him saying, well, babe, I did too. So let's talk about this a little later, or maybe can we catch up on it tomorrow or something?
Or
you got to be able to, and then hold on. Let me say this. Yeah, we may do have to make it to tomorrow because I might not feel like talking. I probably got a lot on my mind. Men, we don't just come out and say, baby, I had a problem at work and I just want to vent to you about it. No, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't gonna do that. So he probably got something he want to deal with internally, but you want to put, you know what I'm saying? You want to put all your problems in his ear and make him understand and want to listen. That's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? First, I mean, if you're gonna do that, it's a way to approach it. You should say, hey, baby, how was your day? You know what I'm saying? And then if he telling you,
hearing each other's frustration is part of relationships, but you got to let them know up front. I don't need feedback, but I want to vent. Are you ready? And I feel like when you do that, where's that kiss? Where's that hug? Where's that massage to make it all better?
You've been watching too many damn movies, sis. You've been watching too many damn movies, and you need to come on back down to reality. You ain't gonna have no damn massage. My hand hurt. I'm a mechanic. I work on cars. You're not about to get no massage, and my hands are hurting. No, I done busted my knuckles all day. Can't do it. Hell no.
So, and then I'm gonna have to say, to me, in my opinion, that makes the man emotionally unavailable, and that's a whole nother
no. I'm physically unavailable. I'm physically unavailable, not emotionally. My fucking hands hurt. I'm sorry. My hands are hurting. Come on, man. Cut me a break. You know what I'm saying?
And then Melanie's flipped it. She said, well, then we can talk while I massage your hands.
Okay, now, Melanie. You might, you said something then now. You said something then now, Melanie. Hey, but everybody ain't gonna think like that. When you got a woman that she's stressed out and she trying to vent and you don't want to hear it, 9 times 10, she ain't finna say, hey, baby, I can't give you no massage and listen to you, baby. My hand hurt. So you mean to tell me your hands are more important than me? You got some women out there like that. She ain't gonna say, well, baby, come here, let me give me them hands and let me get them right for you, and tell me what happened. And then y'all, and at some moment y'all should transition into her problem. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should work. But even then, Man, nobody want to hear all that all the time, man. Sometimes you just got to deal. Sometimes women just got to deal with stuff they sell and keep it inside. You ain't got to go tell Bob at the damn printer machine that your man ain't want to listen to you last night. Now get what? He don't want to listen to you, but now he all ear because he know your man ain't doing it, and now he one up. That's what I'm saying. You got to understand the game. Y'all be so quick to go trying to tell something, and he just playing it. Now he know how to maneuver. Keep it to yourself. Go talk to Mary and let her
We
tell you
have
being to everybody.
available to our mates. It's 2023, Bubba, and we have to start putting up these guards and these walls in our relationships.
Shit,
Like
you
you're
better keep
in
him
a
up.
relationship because you don't want to be by yourself. So if you don't want to be by yourself, you need to embrace the person that you have invited into your life. That is how I feel. And communication is essential to every relationship. That is my take on that.
Well, that's cool. Sis. Different stroke for different folks. That's the saying. That's real. That's real talk.
And so I'm gonna have to say you're my brother and I love you, but it seems like you're stuck in your ways a little bit. But
No, 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 no. Y'all trying to make people change. See, no, I ain't stuck in my ways. I just think logically. Like, I don't know.
and on the note of making people change, have you ever been in a situation where somebody tried to change you?
Hell yeah.
Change you how?
A number of things. Some I wish to not share. but but yeah, just how I talk on the phone, I might say, I've been in situations and I don't like to talk on the phone like that for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather text. And you have people like, well, I don't like to talk on the phone like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to text. I'd rather talk on the phone, this and that. They trying to change you and change you out of your ways and change you out of your routine. And when you let somebody disrupt your routine, that's when the problems start happening. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let people be who they are. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like that, you need to know that off the rip. You need to already know, you know what I'm saying, when that person presents a certain thing to you and you don't like it, you need to already be saying to yourself, like, man, you're gonna be able to deal with it. Because like I say, everybody gonna have to put up something in a relationship.
Yes, but I also think like you have to remember the person that you met. You have to remember the person that you
Yeah.
decided to entertain. You have to remember the person you fell for.
And
And
since you saying some real shit, you saying something real, because like you just said, the first thing you said, you got to remember who you met. You can't get into a relationship and start wanting and expecting different things for this person when you know already off the rip that they weren't doing that. You can't get in and try to work on them and make them and tune them up to your liking. You know what I'm saying? You already committed, and you gotta just deal with how they came.
let's watch this clip. This lady right here has been married 3 times. Let's watch this clip.
She the problem.
So I've been married and divorced 3 times. And if I could say one thing about my experience, and I mean, you can take it or leave it, it's going to be this. Make sure that whoever you are dealing with, okay, whether it's, somebody you're dating, long term, short term, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, make sure that wherever they are at that moment, and by that moment, I mean, if they don't lose any weight, if they don't get a better job, if they don't fix, the childhood trauma, if they got a cat and you don't like cats, wherever they are at that moment, if you cannot deal with that, if you're thinking about, oh, well, if they change this and they change that and, over time, then we'll grow to be, if they don't change a thing, is that somebody that you want to commit yourself to? See, what a lot of us, women especially, what we do is we connect ourselves to the potential that we feel a person has. And that potential doesn't always pan out. Sometimes we see something in somebody else that they don't necessarily get to realize or that they even see in themselves. But you got to understand that you have to love people where they are. And if they're showing a bunch of red flags and a bunch of deal breakers now, you have to know that if you commit yourself to that person, you could potentially be dealing with that for the rest of your life if you're talking about marriage or long-term relationships. So ignore the potential. Just throw that shit away. Go ahead and take a look at where that person is right now. If that's somebody that you can see yourself with long-term until you leave this planet, then you commit to that person. But do not commit to somebody's potential, because that's not something that exists. It doesn't exist.
All
That's some
right.
real shit. I believe that. Nah, she did say some real shit. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You can't, and that go for men and women. You can't look at a person's potential, and that's with anything. That go for sports and everything, y'all. Like you can't look at a person's potential. It happens all the time in sports. Is what I'm trying to say. But you can't look at a person's potential and say, okay, they'll make a good wife, or they'll get them. And you can't look at that like she said, that shit don't exist. That's just a thought, really. You just think a person's gonna do this and that. So you can't bank off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it when she's saying that. Like I say, it happens in sports and music all the time. People put their money behind people because they looking at the potential that this person may have, not knowing, you know what I'm saying, they probably flop or they might be a bust. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't bank off of potential.
And I'm gonna say, I feel like most people at some point in their lives have been in a situation like this. And I think it comes with maturity. We try to change people. We try to make them a good fit for us. We
Right.
ignore the red flags. We want to give it more time. We want to pray a little harder. But we have to understand what's in a person is in a person.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna even lie, you know, like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can say the same thing. Now, I know I've been in a relationship, and after the relationship, you know what I'm saying, the female texted me like, man, I just had so much. I thought you were just so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like in other words, she seen the potential that I guess I ain't see at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she was looking at potential. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't work out in her favor. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, it ain't work out in her favor. So now she was looking at me, saying it to me like, hey, Eric, you know, I had these high expectations for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no.
But and I think it's also important that you can't force. We have this thing. I want what I want. I want it right now, and we try to force something on somebody, or we try to force somebody to be somebody. And I think that at the end of the day, it all boils down to the person has to want to be that, and you have to accept that they just may not want to be that to you. Because I've seen people flip and be it for somebody else, and then the ex is over here complaining, oh, they weren't doing all that for me, because they didn't have a desire to make that change for you. So change comes from within that person. But we can't walk around trying to force people to be who and what we want them to be. And when you see the red flags and you give a chance and you give a second chance, you find yourself giving a third chance. I'm sorry, 3 strikes you're out in the ball game. Same thing goes with me. Like, I can't keep giving you all these chances.
Well, no.
Hey,
I got to interrupt you, sis, with the
interrupt
chances
me.
because I get tired of I get tired of people saying 3 strike like a ball game. Well, first of all, this ain't no damn game, so people are going to slip up more than 3 times and have situations. Man, we got to stop talking about this 3 strike rule shit because people are human and shit happens. I'm just keeping it real and
But
I'm keeping it 100.
stuff is not gonna keep happening all the
I
time.
ain't gonna keep happening. Now, if it's a regular occurrence, then yeah. But if I ain't, and I ain't saying this to try to hold up for nobody doing that wrong. Now, y'all don't get it twisted. We all human. Like, come on, man. Ain't no damn about it perfect, and people slip up more than time. When you first learn how to ride a bike, you fail more than 3 times and you ain't throw the bike away. When you played basketball, and you missed 3 shots, you ain't goddamn quit playing basketball. So why get in a relationship and we put all these standards and stuff on relationships and saying, oh, we gotta set places, we gotta set these rules in place, 3 strikes, yeah, this and that. Like, man, that's crazy. That's
Bubba,
crazy.
I am
Y'all
sorry.
tripping, man. Y'all are
So
tripping,
what?
man.
So okay,
That's why a lot of relationships don't work out because you got this 3 strike rule, and then as soon as somebody do something 1 or 2 times, we human now. We're not programmed, so we're gonna think our own way. But soon we do that, we out of here.
Bubba, pause for the cause. Now, so you mean to tell me if you hypothetically you met Angelina has bad financial habits. She has messed up a bag 3 consecutive times,
But
you
hold
gonna
up,
give her another bag
but
messed
hold
up?
up. But did I know this prior to getting it to meeting Angela, or did I know this when I was coming in?
As
Because
you're
that's
learning,
what I'm saying.
as you're learning Angelina, you see that this is one of her personality traits. She has bad financial management
Well,
skills.
guess what? Guess
How many
what, sis?
times are you gonna allow her to mess up the bag? How
Guess
the
what, sis?
bag?
Guess what? If I really like her and she's somebody that I feel like I could put that kind of time into, then yeah, I'll work with Angelina and get her together. I'll work with Angelina and try to get them together. But like I said, it goes back to in relationship, everybody gonna have to put up with something. You got to be willing to put up with something at some point in time with any person you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Now, how long you put up with that is just by however the situation is panning out. But you got to be able to put you're gonna have to put up with something. So it just depends. If I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I can put up with that, then I might put up with that. But then it kind of now I'm kind of feeling like I'm looking at the potential side of things again, though. You know what I'm saying? While I was speaking like that. So yeah, I don't know, sis. It's kind of I
I
don't know,
agree with
man. It's
Elena. She said more than a few times it's not an accident, it's a pattern of behavior. And that's what I pay attention to. I pay attention to patterns of
well,
behavior.
it depends on what the situation. It depends on what it is. Now you talking about financially, you can get somebody to start seeing like, all right, they messing up money. You can kind of teach them and show them, or trying to you could teach this person how to be financially stable. But if it's a parent like somebody out there cheating or doing this, or you know what I'm saying, then and if you keep saying that, then yeah, then you can look at that and be like, all right, this is who you is. But even then, like I say, if a person cheat one time, you know what I'm saying, me and Holyfield talked about it one time, man. It's a big commitment when you tell a person I'm gonna be with you and do this for X amount of years for the rest of our life. It just that's asking a lot out of a person. So when you hold them to that standard and think that they ain't gonna do nothing or won't do nothing, it's kind of like, man, you putting a person back against the wall at some point. Like, not saying you're supposed to do this, but I'm just saying we human. Mistakes happen, things happen, man. We gotta stop holding people to a 3 strike rule. That's all I'm saying.
And
Somebody out here. Depending
I
on the situation.
pay attention to a person's behavior. And if it's something that you can't tolerate, if it's something that keeps driving you up the wall, like a person's pattern behaviors are not worth my sanity.
Right. I feel
So
you.
I know what I'm willing to deal with. I know what my deal breakers are, and I'm okay with walking away from something that does not serve me well.
Right. Now if it ain't serving you well and you really not benefiting from it, then yeah, I understand that. So yeah, I mean each situation gonna have its own, it's gonna come with its own little shit you're gonna have to go by and try to determine all that, but I don't know.
So and then okay, so and now with women, have you ever felt like you've met an aggressive woman, or a woman is overly aggressive, or she doesn't know how to let a man be a man?
Yeah, you talking about all women.
You feel like all women are aggressive?
When it comes to that, when you talking about you won't let a man be a man and this and that, because they think they know what a man is. So yeah, no, that's all women sis. You talking? That's all y'all, especially the Leos.
I disagree. I am a Leo woman, but I feel like sometimes sometimes I can be aggressive. And I am aware of that, but I feel like I'm just passionate about things and I want things done a certain way. And I'm so used to having to do things for myself that I often anticipate other people messing up. So I already have a plan B, C, D, and E lined up and ready to go. Like you 5 minutes late, you just missed me because
See,
I
this
already
what people. Let me tell you something. So you just said, you know what I'm saying. See, people can spoil themselves, and it seems like you're one of those person that spoil themselves. You know what I'm saying. What y'all got? People like you, sis. People like you. What y'all need to understand, ain't nobody gonna treat you like you. You can't hold me to the standard of how you treat yourself and put that on me. You can't do that. And that's what a lot of people mess up too. Well, I do this and that for myself. Well, keep doing it, damn it, because I can't. I ain't.
But see, that's the issue. We don't want to keep doing it for ourselves.
Well.
We want to find a man that helps that side of us kind of fade
Well,
out.
let me say that. Let me hypothetically say this then. What about men? What if we want to have all the pressure off of us, all the things that y'all want for us, I mean, y'all want us to do. How about we get that and receive that for y'all? We want that. What you think about that? Like, can we get that? Since you don't want to, see, you talking about something. Since you don't want to keep doing it by yourself, like, you ain't get what I'm saying?
No, break it down.
All right. How y'all put on men to do all these things, you know what I'm saying, to provide, pay the bills, make sure you straight, this and that. Like you just said, you don't want to keep doing all this stuff for yourself. You want a man to come in and help do this and that. Okay, let's say we flip the script, but we don't want to do all this protecting and provide no more. You do it. Y'all ain't gonna like that. So it's the same way, sis. It's the same way, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't put on me what you'll do for yourself and expect me to just keep upholding that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now let's watch this clip. We're gonna
Damn
watch
it.
this little teeny bit of it.
Damn it. Yeah.
A woman will stay in her masculine energy until a man makes her feel safe to be comfortable in her feminine energy. Her masculine energy is a defense mechanism. It's something she does to protect herself from all the trauma she's been through. It comes from constantly being hurt and let down by people she loved. She always had to go and get it out the mud by herself with no help. She's independent. She doesn't have anyone to fall back on. And she refuses to waste any more time on men who just keep taking from her. And until a man can prove he is a provider and a safe place for her to be feminine, don't expect her energy to change.
Man, shut up. Man, he need to shut up.
Why do you say that?
Man, please. He need to just shut up.
Why?
He talking nonsense. You need to just talk to a man like me because I'm real quiet. And man, shut up. A woman ain't got none of that up. Just because she come in, got these guards up and putting all this off on me because she been traumatized. What women always say, I don't want no broken man. Well, I don't want no broken woman either. Don't be coming in with all that. Don't be coming. You need to let that go. Man, shut up.
Bubba, you know, once again, I feel like
Man,
he has
shut
good
up.
points. Women don't want to wear that superwoman cape all the time. We
We
want to
don't
be
want to wear a Superman cape all the time. That's what I just said that. I just asked you the question, like, what do we want to take it off and let you wear it sometime and hold it for a year or 2 or 3 years or hell, a lifetime for a change? What do we want you to do it for the end? Well, you gotta man, shut up. Don't play him no more.
Tammy said, I'm sick of that narrative. Everyone has been traumatized.
That right, Tammy. That's right. I'm tired of talking about you got this guard up. Well, hell, I got my guard up too, because the last woman did me dirty too. So now I got my guard up. Now I don't want to spend no money. And now I don't want to be no protector. I almost got killed last time trying to protect somebody. No. Stay out of trouble. So I don't got to do all this.
You're so dramatic.
Y'all crazy, man.
You're so dramatic. Listen.
No, I'm not. I'm being real,
this is real. This is real.
I'm being real. Just talk about I'm being real.
Tammy said when her husband wanted to leave Swift working those 12 hours, she held it down.
Okay, Tammy. I'll take my hat off, Tammy. I ain't got on one. Tammy, I'll take it off to you.
He's a good chick. Like,
who Tammy, where your man at? That man, he got him one. Boy, I hope you watching. Your woman standing up for you.
Bubba, realistically, everybody has to be hurt in some way, shape, or form.
I know that, but don't come in with these damn guards.
So you don't think systematically Black women have had to take on the role of man and woman, and this is why we are sometimes as aggressive and as passionate as we are.
Man, sis, the Black man been taking on everything for X amount of years, way longer than the Black woman, man. So we don't want to hear nothing about you taking on nothing. We don't want to hear you about nothing. You taking on nothing. We done took on way more. The Black man has to do it way more and took on way more than the Black woman. So I don't want to hear that. Where you at, man?
Satori said,
everybody,
that's a real relationship. You're supposed to hold your man down, especially if it's your spouse, for better or for worse.
That's right. But yeah, a woman coming in talking about that old guy, the guy. I always want you to play that again, but so I can get even madder. I
Evie
still want.
agrees. She said exactly. Just because I may be aggressive, I'm still a woman and want a man that lets me know I can be a woman and leave the masculinity behind. And I feel that way a lot of time.
Man,
Like it reminds me of Jamie Foxx's song when he says he loves a woman that wants him but doesn't need him, and she loves it when he says it's cool, I got it. Like, we want to rest in our feminine energy without having to be the aggressor or having to be the person that is constantly standing up and calling the shots and making the plays. Like, we want the man to come in and be a man.
y'all
What
want
do
too
you
much.
want? Do you want your woman to walk around being aggressive and thinking she has to handle and put out fires all day, or do you just want her to simply be a woman to you?
It don't matter. Sometimes she may have to put out a fire. So I want her to be able to be. I want her to be able to put the fires out and be feminine too. I don't want her to be stuck on one or the other. I don't want her to be fighting fires and getting burned and you know what I'm saying. But I don't want her to be too feminine that she can't fight no fire.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
since you like to bump your gums a lot, so why we on? I notice you talk a lot. You like to bump your gums, running your mouth. All this lip service.
Yeah.
Let's get into this toss-up question.
Talk about this. What is it? Throw it up.
It's coming.
That's what he said.
Does every sex partner get lip service?
Hell no. We all know the answer to that question. Hell to the no. Oh, man. No. Does every sex partner get lip service? No. You can't do that to everybody. Hey, but in a sense though, y'all, let me tell y'all this too. Y'all shouldn't be messing with nobody. Y'all shouldn't be messing around with nobody if you feel like you can't do that to them. Now I'm finna be on the other foot. I ain't finna give y'all what y'all want. I'm finna be on the other foot. Yeah, they should get it. You shouldn't be messing around with nobody. I take back what I said earlier because I was just trying to be funny. But on the real tip, yeah, they should. Because you shouldn't be messing with them if you can't do that to them. What you holding back for? What you holding back for?
So Bubba, are you out here giving everybody lip service? Does
But I
everybody
was
give
just
you all your
hypothetically
treatment?
speaking. I was just hypothetically speaking. I ain't talking about me. I'm just talking about y'all. Hey yo. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because you don't know who in and out the door. You don't eat off the floor with everybody. You don't drop that on the floor in a walkway, do you? And eat it, do you? Do you? Now anybody answer that, somebody. Do y'all drop if you drop your burger or your fries in a high traffic area? First of all, if you drop it on a clean floor, you ain't finna eat it. So you know you ain't finna drop it in a high traffic area and talking about. You can't blow that off. You cannot. That nah, hell no.
Okay, Bubba. So what makes a person worthy of lip service?
Shit, I don't know. It's a numerous task, and everybody got their own. Everybody got their own little checklist that they check out before they do it. I hope.
So, talking to some of my girlfriends, we feel like lip service is a very submissive act.
No, it ain't. Not these days. We ain't talking about in the 70s. These days, it's just a part of it.
So you expect lip service, but you don't want to give the lip service to everybody. You expect it.
I'm trying to think of something I can say that sound appropriate. And it ain't nothing I can say right now.
Lip service, just like every other service and everything within relationships. No, every relationship don't deserve every part of me. All right, Bubba. So are you expecting lip service in every entanglement?
No.
Or are you just running in and out without the oil change?
I don't know what that means. What that mean without the oil change? See,
The lip service. So you expecting just in and out.
and
No lip service.
I mean, if I don't know, man. It depends. It depends. You talk about with anybody that I mess with, like that's what you're
Yeah.
saying. Oh, well, that automatic for the woman. I'm just gonna be real. That's just automatic for the women. Women, y'all should do that. Y'all should do that. But men, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Can't eat everybody's soup.
So I have to agree with Tammy and Aretha in the comments.
Yeah,
That it's not submissiveness, it's desires and want. Depends on the person.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say I agree. Everybody does not deserve all of you.
But let me tell y'all something. We've been fooled with this, all of you. First of all, if you give up the box, that's kind of most of you. The top, just the cherry on top. Like, that's what y'all getting mixed up. That's what y'all getting mixed up, man. You getting the box away, you already gave 90% of it because that's what he want anyhow. You might as well give him the cherry on top. When you ever seen, don't ever, a lot of people don't eat ice cream, but they want it on the cone with the cherry on top. Come on, man.
I see. I think you made it double-sided.
It's always a double-edged sword, man.
But I think at the end of the day, as responsible adults, talk it over with your partner. Talk it over with your partner and see what y'all agree on.
You better investigate the scene. You better investigate. What I'm trying to say is investigate the scene, man, before you go to exploring this type of thing. That's all I'm saying. Investigate the scene because everybody, I mean, it's a part. You know, some people look at that as just a part of sex.
And I agree, Aretha. Some men might as well get a cherry on top too, because depending on what he's working with in his toolbox, he ain't got nothing going for himself but the cherry on top. So I feel like it's whatever floats your boat, like whatever you have to do.
Well, make sure the damn water clean before we go floating boat. Is what all of the men saying. You better go sit down in that office with them and let them folk taste on that blood and see. That's what you better do. That's the right thing to do.
And whatever you're out here doing, yes, be safe. Be safe. Tim said you give the full course meal. Some dudes will be outside on the porch with flowers, candies, all sprung and stalking, obsessed like Gucci Mane and Mariah Carey.
Well, that means you got a good restaurant then. That means you got a good restaurant. If they outside, you give them a full course meal and they outside waiting for that means you need to let them back in.
No, you might not need to let them back in, but I'm sorry, no stalkers allowed.
Man,
but
I
feel like it shouldn't be a two-way street. And I also feel like don't expect anything of your partner that you're not willing to give yourself.
Well, yeah, that real.
And all ice cream with the cherry on top ain't good. Sometimes it's okay to refuse it.
Yeah, it is. And brush your teeth first.
Yeah, like it's okay to refuse it, or he's like, oh, I just don't want to do that. Let them know that I say treat the situation how it is. Like if it's just something quick and it's fly by night, it's okay to refuse it. Like I don't want Ooh, like I'm just trying to get what I need to get and go.
It depends on the situation.
Get and go.
It depends on the situation. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And some of these women go crazy over it too. So you have to be careful. I think that's true.
Okay.
All right. We got mail, Bubba. Let's get into it. Y'all continue to send us mail, scan the QR code, send us some mail. We are happy to give you advice on your situation.
Y'all ain't been doing it now. Y'all ain't been doing it. Y'all need to send us some mail.
All right, Bubba. It says my girl and I, so get to reading.
I don't like that font. I can't see. Folks used to laugh at me in school. My girl and I are happy. We love each other. For the most part, we treat each other equally. We are both thoughtful and we have our ways of showing that we care. She's not like a lot of women today. She doesn't ask me to pay for her hair, nails, and stuff. She hasn't asked me for anything the entire time we have been dating. She getting somewhere, boy. I think I have paid for most of the dates. She has paid for a couple, but I'm not keeping count. What we have is beautiful. Recently, she changed bank and needed me to deposit her check. I tried my best not to look at her income. However, I had to. I bet that's what that say. I had to. Hold
Oh,
on, what is it? I had to screenshot.
speed it up, Bubba.
God damn it, sis! I told you not to let me in here. I had to screenshot her the receipt. She made my salary, and I was wondering. Oh, and I am wondering if she. I mean, if I what?
I am
I
wondering
am
why she
wondering
keep
if
paying.
don't be no hold up. I got it now. Don't be trying to read over me and stop me in front of these folks. I don't wonder if I should be paying for most of the days if she makes more money. Should she assume a bigger hand in our expenses? Does she feel like I am man enough making less? What I want to know is, do you all think our relationship would work with me earning less money than she? Yeah, man, it's been working so far. And we need to change the fun on this because that's the problem, y'all. That's the problem. I can't see this shit. But yeah, man, the relationship gonna work. You just keep doing what you doing. Just know you need to start asking for stuff. Food. You tell me she ain't asking for nothing. That's why she ain't asking for nothing. She making more money. It's either she was making more money or had another man. That got to be that guy that was on that video. I bet you that guy that was on that video that sent that.
But Bubba, so how would you feel if your woman made more money than you?
I'd be happy. Now I know I can pay for less of the trip.
So you feel like if she makes more money, she should get the bulk of the responsibilities.
That what it go that way for men? Online. It go that way for men? The first thing a woman holler, oh, you make more money than me. Why you can't do, baby? You make more money than me. Why I can't get these 4 Giottos now for Christmas?
So okay, he says she doesn't ask for help with her hair and nails and all that stuff. Are those things women should be asking for?
Nope. They should do it. They should do it themselves. That's your upkeep. When I'm gonna go pay for you to get attention from another man for and make it harder for myself? You do that. No, I ain't gonna do all that. I mean, not saying I won't do it. Now I ain't saying I won't do it. But I'm not finna. That's not finna be something you coming to me for all the time. Like I am supposed to do that. No, that's your upkeep. That's just like my car. I ain't finna ask a woman to go get my tires and oil and stuff changed. Now, if she volunteered to do that, then cool. I'll let her take it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't just finna put that on her. That's your upkeep. No, man, women gotta stop putting that type of shit on me and saying that, oh, you supposed to pay for my hair and nail. You wearing it. Now,
I
one, two
feel like
times.
I have been in a situation where I made more than, in most instances, I'm just gonna go ahead and call a spade a spade. In most instances, when I are talking with me and my homegirls, most of us make more than our counterparts.
Y'all talking to some motherfuckers. That what the fuck problem is.
Most of us make more than our counterparts, but I haven't been in a situation where a man put more responsibility on me because he knew that I made more money than him.
That's because he didn't want to seem like a punk.
And also, oftentimes these men had a job, but they also had a hustle to compensate for the lack in the salary. So they were doing other things to compensate for the difference. So they actually, on official record, they made less, but they probably had more money. Some of them than I had.
Well, that's different.
But then I have some female friends that say, we have to help our men. And I'm like,
You
hell
do.
no, if I want another baby, I have one. We ain't got to help nobody.
Man, you want another baby or have one? What that's supposed to mean, sis?
I don't want a son. I want a man. I don't want another bill. I don't want a man to be another bill.
Well,
To
how y'all know we don't feel the same way, sis, as
I don't
men?
want a
Women
man
are the
that I
more
have to
bills.
take care of. I don't want a man I have to take care of. And quite frankly, I'm in
Some
a
women want to take care of men, just like men want. Some men want to take care of women.
no, because first of all, I have to. If I got to go to work just like you, don't expect me
Just
to
like
come
me.
home and be a domesticated female. Well, I got to do all these chores on top of the 8-hour job that I just did.
Well,
So
guess what? Guess what?
I
got
feel
one for
like
you.
there has to be a compromise somewhere of who does what and how do we make this work for us.
I got
And
one for you, sis.
so if he's paying for the dates, I hope that he's doing it within his budget. But I don't think it's fair for him to tell this woman, "Oh, well, shoot, now I found out you make more money than me. I'm gonna throw these extra. You pay for these
Sis,
dates."
I got one for you because you're gonna make me forget it if I don't
Go
say it
ahead.
now. And I almost forgot it. But hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the podcast on you now with that. Now you just said you don't want to be this domesticated woman, have to come on and do her chores. See, that's the problem. See, you don't want to give them, but you want to take. So let's go back to the beginning of the podcast when you were saying that you want this man to come home and listen to you vent. Okay, I'll listen to you vent if you while you doing these chores. I don't like to call them chores because that sounds like some kid stuff. But while you doing what you're supposed to do as a woman, I'm gonna listen to you vent. Now, if it's working out like that, then y'all, man, listen to you vent. You cooking, you might be cooking dinner, and he might be, you know what I'm saying, talking, or you might be washing the dishes or folding the clothes, and you venting. Yeah, I might listen in. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about what you don't want to come home and be no domesticated woman, feel like you got to do these chores, or you want the man to come home feel like he got to listen to you every day.
So, but I may not do the chores. What if I want to call the cleaning lady? What if I want to use a laundry service? Like, especially if these are things.
So what if I start? Okay. I'm glad you said that too.
I'm gonna see that things get done because I already have
listen.
a system.
No, listen to what I'm saying though. You said you might call the cleaning lady. Now get what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go lean up against the wash and dry like you would lean up against the printer machine telling Bob about it. I'm gonna go lean up against the dryer and say, "Hey, cleaning lady, man, you do a real good job. I don't know why she don't want to do this. You clean up real good around here. You know what I'm saying? I might need you. I might need to get up out of here. And you like doing it too. Oh man.
But guess what? But the cleaning lady don't want you because you make less. Who is paying the cleaning lady? Who is paying the cleaning lady?
She don't know what I make. I'm gonna tell her to keep cleaning. Baby, you keep cleaning out here now, but you make sure this house clean too. And I'm gonna get the one that don't want to clean but want to yap. Like you said, I got a lot of mouth. I'm gonna get the woman that want to call the cleaning lady over here to do her work for her. Now I'm looking at the cleaning lady because she's looking good cleaning up the house when I want to see my old lady clean it up and fold clothes. But now I'm looking at the cleaning lady been over dusting the table and standing up on a little step ladder, clean the refrigerator. Yeah, and I want to see you do that.
Okay,
but
well,
you want to call cleaning lady.
Well, maybe if you want to, I feel like today's men.
Y'all went crazy, man. Y'all want
it. If you want women to be these domesticated home wives, provide the income and the means for us to be that for you.
Man, why you putting that on us?
The women get tired too. Y'all are putting a lot on women these days.
Like you want it.
It's almost as if
you want to be a man. Like
it's almost as if the men need to wear the dresses to the wedding and the women wear the tuxedos. Y'all are putting too much on us. Like today's man does not want to provide or protect, but you expect a woman to be the provider and the sustainer, and then you want to be the controller. And I think that is messed up.
I ain't talking about me. Them men tired.
So
I do that. Them men tired.
So in your world, the woman's job is to provide, sustain, and sexually nourish you. And you do what?
Nourish the whole house, not just me.
And
nourish the kid, me, and I work, provide, come home, listen to her, whoop the children, stuff like that. Yeah, don't that sound like a teamwork? Make the dream work. Huh? Don't that sound good?
Back to this letter. I just want the man to know that it can work with his
It's
woman.
been working.
It's
He
been
just don't know
working,
it.
and he should not change anything. And he shouldn't be trying. He shouldn't put more responsibility on her, because he knows that she makes more. I feel like a man's job is to show a woman what it's like to be his wife. So he needs to continue providing her with that experience as long as it does not impede on him maintaining his life, his bills. He shouldn't go into debt trying to impress her, but he should show this woman what it's like to be his wife if he wants a wife one day.
Well, sir, let me just tell you this. You should have never showed your hand. You should have just kept that in your pocket until the right time came when it was a situation where you may, probably was struggling and ain't know, what I'm saying. Well, you knew, but it probably was time that came that you probably was struggling and you didn't want to let her know that you knew that she made that much. And you were like, babe, can you get it? Or, babe, you know what I'm saying? He should have just kept that to himself and have that just emerge. It's like he should have kept that like keeping a credit card. You just use that for emergency purposes. But then at the same time, you adjust your behavior. Don't keep going all out the way now. Don't keep going all out the way and making yourself go without or whatever the case may be. Because you talking about you paid for all this and that. Sound like to me he bitching.
I feel like he felt a little used in this
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah,
But
don't just.
so
He
I
could have
will
played it.
say,
He could have worked it to where it worked in his favor. He could have kept doing what he was doing, and then whenever he like I said, just started. He asked for something in return sometime. Not I ain't saying just go take advantage because she making more, but you start asking for a little something every now and then, babe. You got it, or just test her and see.
and I feel like if he broke and you broke, then sometimes you got to stay at home. But ladies, I also feel like, we like to carry our bags, and we shouldn't carry our bags if we don't have what the bag costs in the bag. I feel like it's okay to pay sometimes. Like, don't put, if you know this man is not making as much money as you, like, it's okay for you to pay sometimes. It's
Yeah,
okay for
especially
you
if
to
you know that.
you know it's okay to do those kind of things. And I feel like just like she may have tested that man, sometimes our men will test us too.
But see, let me tell you something too to the women. Just like that man just said, he found out she was making more. Sometimes women, you gotta. Sometimes, what I'm saying. Even if you ain't got it, this for the women that ain't even got it like that, and the man is, what I'm saying, doing the majority of the paying for the dates and stuff. Man, I know you can save up 40, 50, $60 and pay at least sometime. Don't let just because you feel like you ain't got it, he make more. Don't just make the man wear it pocket out. You get paid sometime. Save up your money. Skip a pack of house on 1 or 2 times. Skip a nail day. Yeah, say that $2,000. What the hell nail
Yeah,
cost?
because in today's world, people may not want to admit it, but for some of us, not for all of us, but for some of us, you need the help. You need the teammate to help make things a little easier.
Yeah, man, but you got to be able to reciprocate that. You got to be able to give too as women. Y'all, a lot of women, this is the problem. It ain't that men don't want to do it. It's just that men get tired of doing for women and not getting that in return or getting things did for them. That is the problem. Y'all think men are just cheap and think that men just don't want to do this and that. Like I say, we done been damaged too and come in situations damaged where we done been used up. And sometimes we sit back and act like we ain't got to or don't want to do it because we went through that before. So y'all got to understand that too. We put up our guards too, just like, yeah, you gotta, the woman has her guards up. Yeah. Man, you should have been speaking
Reciprocity
for
is
the
so
men.
important. I agree, Aretha.
Yeah, he should have been talking in the men's case though, because we get mistreated and we have guards up too, and women like, he's so cheap, girl. You don't know what we had to deal with in the last relationship. A woman misusing us up for our money.
Same goes for women, Bubba. But what do we want to lead the people with tonight?
Man, just make your own money so you can do for yourself. Hell, that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with tonight. Tired of leaving y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all true. You need to start doing for yourself. Quit putting expectation on folk. And when folk can't do it, don't be mad. That's
Um,
what I'm leaving you with.
be the mate that you want from somebody else. That's what I'm gonna lead the people with. Be the mate that you want for somebody else. And on that note,
And don't keep it going, son. Shut up,
we are out. Good night, y'all.
man.
Hope y'all hit the
Peace
like,
out, man.
subscribe button.
For sure.